Hey guys, welcome back to the Sketch Lab. Thank you for all the new subscribers.
Thank you, boys. Thank you.
I appreciate your support and I appreciate all your positive comments here. There are some sprinkles of negative ones, but hey, that's life. It's okay. You know what I'm saying? I just can't make everyone happy. It's okay. That's life, whatever. Thank you for your support. And I want to make sure that every episode is just going to be a step up from the last one. And I hope that it's helpful for you guys, for your projects, something that you've always dreamed of doing, and you're able to now just pull it off the shelves, dust it off, and get working on it. So that's one of my goals, it's just to make sure that you have a dream project or a passion project and you can now finally be able to work on. And so we're going to be looking into LOVART today. I've seen some really, really cool use cases for this for this tool, LOVART. And I play around with it a few times with like logo design and things like that if I need like brainstorm, and it's an AI agent tool. Now, I know we explored earlier with Runway, Kling, Luma Dream Machine for creating animations from our still images. So what we're going to try to do here, and we're in the Sketch Lab, we're going to try to experiment if these tools will actually help us create our animated shorts or episodes, whatever you guys are working on, and we're going to just test it out together, and I hope it's a success. I have high hopes for it. So we're gonna go and test out this new AI tool. It's called LOVART, and I think that, again, I said before, website is really clean, really, really cool. It says, why LOVART? Human plus AI create on one canvas. So it's like this infinite canvas. Design, edit, and generate together with traditional and AI augmented tools, all on one seamless canvas, no more switching tabs. And as you can see, what you can do here is it has all the AI tools in one place. I mean, that's kind of cool. You got ChatGPT, you got Kling, you got 11 Labs, and they're all integrations via APIs. So all the APIs are integrated into one place. So you know how like you want to work on something and it's just like you're bouncing around everywhere. And this is kind of like, I think the next phase is to have all these tools all in one place so you can stay in this creative workflow. I think it's really important to stay at this creative workflow, because once you get out of it, it's kind of sometimes hard to get back into it. So I think this can help you stay on focus and be able to create your shorts and episodes a lot quicker and more efficiently and effectively. All right, guys, enough of my rambling. Welcome to the Sketch Lab. And a little bit of a disclaimer here is that this episode is not sponsored by LOVART, and all my episodes are not sponsored. So I'm going to give you non-biased judgment here, my non-biased opinion about these tools. And even if it was sponsored, if these episodes are sponsored, I'm going to give you my honest opinion regardless. So just want to give you that disclaimer. All right, guys, here we are in LOVART. It's still in beta, so it's going to probably be more tools, and so we'll see what happens here. Now you can see there they provided you some examples of like what you can do in here. You do see a lot of like brand design, which is kind of cool. I believe there's a styling capability, so you can stylize your art in specific ways. I mean, look at this character design, and it's cool because when you click on the example, it'll show like a time lapse of like how it's created, like whenever you click whatever examples. So it's kind of cool. I think it does a great job. Wow. It's really cool. And it tells you like what tool it was used, like ChatGPT image, which I think is probably one of the best image generators, honestly. I still think it's great. Like the detail, like I still think it's just a really good job. All right, guys. So let's get into it. So we're going to stay on the Vanguard 0 characters that we created from the previous episode, where we have the Gorvex and 0. Kind of want to maybe do a little bit of an action scene. I really hope that it can achieve that. So we want to create maybe like 5 to 6 scenes maybe, and see if it can even do anything like that. I kind of want to give it a bit of a backstory, like what I want. So like I can even say, hey, I want like 6 scenes of them flying towards each other or whatever, and them colliding and fighting and that kind of stuff. So but let's see what happens here. So I'm going to go ahead and upload the images here. So it says upload image. It said please enter your design requirement. All right, so first we're going to go ahead and upload our images. All right, guys, I have uploaded my images. Here they are. I call these the scene ingredients of what we're going to create. All right, so back to it. I have uploaded these images into LOVART, and I want to give it a bit of a description of what I want. Okay, so this is an AI agent. So what I'm doing is I'm giving it some kind of context to what I'm looking for. And I want the style to be consistent with this kind of like retro anime style. I should put that in the same retro anime style. That's just my thing. I love old school anime. And I want the characters the hero character in white and red to fly towards the monster character. So I'm kind of hoping that he can identify what image that is, and then based on my uploads is that I want the monster character to run quickly towards the hero character. I want these scenes to be dynamic and energetic. So instead of doing this scene by scene and prompt by prompt, I want this to do it all for me. So let's go ahead and see what happens. And I'm thinking that I'll help you create 6 dynamic scenes with the hero monster character in retro anime style. Let me first analyze the reference images that understand the style and the character. So it's analyzing the image. So cool. It's thinking, I'll help you create 6 dynamic scenes showing the confrontation between the hero in white and red and the monster character. Selecting the appropriate tool. So now all the tools as they integrated in LOVART is going through all the API tools that it has. Now it's executing it. So instead of you going back and forth and trying to figure out like, oh, Kling or Runway or ChatGPT is doing that for you. So you're just gotta focus on directing your storyline, your scene. So it's saying generate design suggestions. So it has a smart plan created. Is using ChatGPT. Creating these scenes. And it says, I'll now follow the execution plan to create the 6 dynamic scenes in retro anime style. Let me start by getting design suggestions. All right, so now it's a visual style. Cool, what does it say? Scene C1, the empty avenue. Approach vector, low angle tracking shot, crossfire, shockwave arc, reversal, standstill. Wow, this is kind of cool. All right, guys, look at this. This is crazy. So we got how many images? We got 6 images created, and let's check this out. Top ranked. Okay. Right, that scene. Yeah, let's go to middle. Got that scene. Okay. Style's a little different. That's kind of cool. That's a cool scene. Collide, all right, that's kind of neat. Style's a little different though. I already got it, cool. So, kind of want them to be all like 16 by 9. It's like a hodgepodge of color grading here, so we want to make sure that it's consistent. So I'm gonna say, I want all the scenes to be 16 by 9 and make sure the background is consistent throughout. I want all the scenes to be 16 by 9 and make sure background is consistent throughout. Make sure the style is consistent throughout. It seems the style changed, and I don't like that. Use background and so we'll see what it comes up with. All right, guys. So it took about 5 minutes to generate these scenes, and I mean, yeah, it definitely followed what I asked it to do, which is the background to be consistent. Even changed the angle on some of these. I mean, this is really cool. The cape, yeah, I mean, I don't want it to have a cape, but that's kind of cool. Yeah. All right, so then it reformatted to be more 16 by 9, and it reframed it, which is really cool. And the cool thing about it is that when you select each image, it'll tell you like which scene it is. So they got like scene 1, establishing tension, and even show you the aspect ratio, which is cool, the rapid approach. It's kind of neat. Let's see. Right. Okay. So they got like scene 3. Yeah, this is pretty cool. I dig this. Now I would make some tweaks here and there. And I kind of wanted to see if it can animate these scenes. So let's see if I can. And this is cool because this is like infinite canvas, so you can like move these images around. It'll like snap to your scenes. So let's say like, hey, there's some scenes that you didn't care for, so you could just include just only like the scenes that you actually like. This is kind of cool. So you see like your whole like storyboard, like you use this for storyboarding. You don't typically have to use to animate, maybe just plan out your scenes for your animated shorts or whatever live action, whatever you want to create. You can use this as a storyboard or just a jump off point. And if you want to just draw this yourself, just use this as an inspiration to draw these scenes yourselves. Yeah, so this is really cool. I think this is very useful. I want to see if it can remove. Oh, okay, so it has like a brush selection, and I typically use like my Wacom tablet, so it's cool that it actually responds to the Wacom, because sometimes they don't. Let's see here. So I'm selecting this image, I'm zooming in. The resolution is not that great, but that's okay. And let's see if I can just like remove the cape here. So I just kind of get that brush in there, and then I'm going to see if it can remove the cape. So I just hit that add to chat, and it just on your right hand side, it added the image, and I would say remove cape, and I think it updates the same frame. I think it overwrites it. Removes the cape. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead. Here, see if it removes the cape. Yeah, it looked like it definitely removed the cape, which is cool. I like that. So I'm just gonna go ahead and remove this and just hit delete and just swap it out. I just think this is I like this flow where I can just edit and I can just look at the whole entire sequences in one place. This is really cool. I hope you guys like this tool. This one here, I kind of like it. I mean, I just don't like that his head look just giant. So that's something that I can just edit in Photoshop or just ask it to re-upload. But I love this action shot. I mean, the pose, really cool. I dig it. So now the next step is I'm gonna see if I can animate these scenes here. So I'm going to go ahead and see what I can do here. All right, so I can add the chat. Let's try one of them. Hold on, let me see. All right, so I like this scene. So I'm gonna add the chat, and I'm gonna say I want to animate this scene. Okay. So say animate this scene of the hero. Yeah, let's see. Yeah, let's just see. Animate the scene of the hero hovering and the monster running towards him. See what happens here. All right, so it finished generating. Let's see if it is it on the canvas? Is it on the canvas? It's just on the right hand side. Okay, yeah. So it's and that's what it comes up with. Set play. Let's make this bigger for you. Is it big enough? Okay, here we go. Matt. Okay. Not bad. I see a lot of distortions though. Not crazy about that, but the running is pretty good. Yeah. Let's try another scene. How about this scene? Okay, let's challenge this one. Let's try this out. All right, guys. I kind of explained this before, but I would use a large language model like ChatGPT to kind of help you explain the kind of action you want in your scene. So I just uploaded the image. I downloaded the image from LOVART, and then I uploaded it into ChatGPT. And let me see. I had to create a prompt here. So I create an image to video prompt of this scene. I want the hero to punch the monster in the face. Debris flies, the background blurs slightly, and the punch lands with cinematic intensity. That's kind of cool. All right, let's go ahead and copy that. And we're gonna paste that up here. Okay, create a video, and let's see how it would respond to the prompt we have just created with ChatGPT. Hope it comes out awesome. All right, so here's a cool thing. So it's still generating, but it selected the Halua video generation, the new O2 model, which is really known to create multi-shots. So that's cool that it knows the pros and cons for each tool, and it actually intelligently selected Halua model. It's hard to say. Halua video tool that it selected Halul, I know how to say it, Halul video generation tool to create this scene. So estimated time 7 minutes. So all right guys, it says 7 minutes, so we'll be right back.
5 minutes later.
All right guys, so we finally finished. So let's see what gonna come up here, audience. Right, let's check this out. Okay, zoom in. Okay, it's kind of cool. It like landed on the car. That's kind of interesting. Let's see. Punch, yeah, it's okay, but not epic, right? I mean, it's not like a realistic punch. So that's something that I will have to go in and create another scene of like the fist landing on its face. So you got to do some like edit. And I usually typically edit my videos in Premiere Pro. So you would have to do some editing tricks to kind of look like it's, you know, landing on its face. So I had to create another scene that would show that and then stitch it together. So I'm going to do a little bit more work on this as far as maybe creating extra scenes, replacing some scenes. Some of the scenes, it doesn't have, that means some of it is like a lot of distortion, some of these scenes. So I'll have to maybe clean it up myself or just use a different tool to generate these scenes. Now, I think this is a really cool tool to create, you know, all your scenes in one place, which is really neat. Is it perfect? No. It's still in beta. So, you know, it has the Flux context API built in. That's something that we can look into later on, but that's something that you can like change a scene or change the camera angle of the scene, maybe like overhead view or whatnot. So it's just, you know, just keep experimenting, stay curious, keep experimenting. You know, some of these tools, they're not perfect, but don't give up. You know, they're not at a commercial level yet. It's close. I mean, from scale from 1 to 10, I would give this tool maybe a 6 or a 7. I think that this tool is great for setting up your scenes. For animation, this still needs a bit of work. Now, action scenes in AI is really tough. It's not completely there yet, but we're getting close. It's actually something I'm working on. I'm really excited about, and I think I got the actions down pretty good. It's just some editing tricks. But anyway, overall, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode to kind of show you what we can do with these tools. And once I wrap this up, I'll be able to show it to you guys soon and create this action scene and get it down. And then I'll be able to actually show you behind the scenes of how I created this action scene. So I want to make this as epic as possible. So I can't wait to get it done and show it to you guys. So guys, remember to, if you guys have any questions or have any comments, leave it down below. And I will also actually share a link to this project here so you can see and scroll through the process and all the back and forth that I've been having with this specific project. So I'm going to leave the link to this project in the description down below so you can just look at what all the back and forth I've been having with this, and also be sure to subscribe and hit that bell button to get notified, and so that you can get the latest update on what's going on with the Sketch Lab. All right guys, I hope you enjoyed this episode, and I'll see you on the next one.